Alright, what's going on everybody? It's time for part 2 of the Turbo Miata build. Got a bunch of parts that came in, we got to put in. So I got an EGR block off plate, I got a new vacuum solenoid that broken Mega Sportron came in, and bought a new O2 sensor for the upstream. Today's plan is to drive up to Thomas Miata's house. So now we are back in the garage, and I'll show you what I've done since last time, which was I got the intake and the fuel system back together with the new injectors, and I got the header on there as well as the pipe below it together, so to start it up. But the old O2 sensor, I'm not even gonna look for it. We cut it in half, so right now I just have plugged in here the wideband O2 sensor, but it's not hooked up yet. Put that exhaust fan right there, hook that up. This muffler. Close, got some more EGR block off plates right there. It went in just as easily as you would assume. And now, here is the vacuum solenoid. So this switch is for the vacuum solenoid. Here's what we got. Here's the old one. You see it's supposed to be a T-shape like this one, but it ain't, because there's a little gaping hole right where the nipple is. So, new solenoids in, and then went ahead and got the exhaust all bolted up. It's going to sound like some shit because there's no gaskets in the exhaust. It's temporary, so I can drive it to Thomas's crib. The last thing I need to do in order to drive it would be to put this on the upstream O2 sensor. Quick update: tried to start it, it's running really rough, and I could not get it to idle. So I was looking it over, and I was reaching down there. You know, I felt something wet. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I put my hand down there, smell it. It's actually fuel. So I guess from all the repetitive cold starts and shutting it off, there's excess fuel in the cylinder. So I pulled the fuel 30 amp fuse for the fuel injector, so that way it's not pumping anything. And right now I got my battery hooked up, and I'm cranking a little bit, try to get all the fuel flushed out, and after that, back to trying to get it to run. Alright, so just cranked it a little bit, crank it some more, just trying to get the fuel flushed out. So, I was having trouble starting, sounds like something ain't right, and the only thing that's different since the last time I had it running are the fuel injectors. So I'm pulling the manifold, top half of the manifold back off, and going to inspect it to see if there's anything weird, loose, fishy. If nothing looks funny, then I'm going to just go ahead and throw the stock injectors back in for now, see if that fixes it. Alright, so I just got the old injectors put back in the rail. Made sure they were lined up right, and they're both back down. These ones are in the back in the box chilling. So manifold, while the plug goes back in, first of all, plug the injectors back in, plug this thing back in, and then manifold goes back together, and we're going to see once again if it'll start and if I can drive it up to Thomas's house. So. Alright guys, this just came in the mail. I was working on my car, saw the mailman outside, and then went to the mailbox, and this was in there. So, this is a mic for this camera, and main reason I got it, which I'm pretty excited, this camera is extremely noisy when you autofocus it. The camera picks it up a lot as far as the built-in microphone. This battery is pretty much dead, so I'm not going to put it on yet, but you will. With next clip that I use this camera, that'll be installed on it. So the battery's going on the charger, and it's going to charge until it's pretty much time to roll. So we got the new old injectors back in, and it runs worlds better, but they are leaking. Got new O-rings on them now. We're trying to seat them back into the rail, which is a pain in the ass. And my buddy Ethan came over to help.
Yo.
Mr. Porsche 944. So there's that. keep on at it after we get this fuel leak situated, be able to bleed the coolant and then head over to Thomas's. So, fix the fuel leak and just tape this up.
It's not really working.
That's pretty much the best we can do. Is sloppy work from the previous owner. Like, the shit does not sit correctly at all. But that's what we got. Smoking a lot because of fingerprints and all of that on the exhaust. But Ethan's keeping an eye on it, and so far everything's looking pretty good. Keep my foot on the gas just a little bit to keep the RPMs up. So we got the Miata running as good as it's going to run for now. Got a bunch of parts in Ethan's 944. Got the new mic on the camera, so hopefully that audio is sounding pretty good. And right now about to do a whole bunch of car roulette, get the Miata out, head to a gas station, gas it up, and hit the road. So, good times. This should be my last drive naturally aspirated. Halfway to Glen Burnie, that's where my buddy lives. He's gonna drill inside my oil pan, and hopefully we get all the rest of the stuff taken care of. Some of the parts are in my buddy Ethan's car. He's riding right behind me in the 944. Worldwide on the thorough side of things, live as kings. Some died, one guy, one time, one day grasped me. As I'm about to blast heat, 40 side of burning, I turned well, he asked me. Made it to Thomas's house, and he said first step will be getting the Mega Squirt in and running it off of there. There's Thomas.
Hey, hey.
Helping out big time.
We got the, it's like the Fast and the Furious over here with all these people working on their cars.
Yep.
We got an MD going in the background. All the LS squad will show, the car show over there.
Yep. And then all of it is just everything.
There's the drift taxi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that thing. I don't think anybody's seen it yet. I got all the footage and I haven't actually built the video yet.
Dang.
So it might be the first time they see it is on your video.
Yeah. That's not, oh yeah, because that one's right there.
No, that's Frank's. That's Zach's. That one's mine. And these four are my buddies. He rents space.
Dang, and he's got a hard top on there? I wonder if he wants to sell that.
Yeah, he wants to sell the cage, the car, the anything. Whatever, he's selling parts. He's got wheels over there too. Check out these wheels.
Let's check out these wheels.
Oh, well, he might have moved them. Shit.
But I would definitely be interested in this hard top. Really rough, but those are pretty nice.
Yeah, they're just been sitting outside. It's just dirt on them.
These 15s or 14s?
I think they're 15s. These are Dalton's old wheels.
Ah, Dalton Bailey?
Yeah.
I don't know him, but I've seen him on Facebook and like a bunch of Miata pages.
You haven't seen him drifting yet?
No. Does he drive the white Miata?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen pictures.
The 1JZ.
I have not seen his car in person, or him.
I think it's down, man. It's fast, dude.
Yeah. Alright, so.
Alright, yeah, I mean, you gotta go and connect to it, which maybe under communications.
So, power's on.
Let's try communications.
Communications.
No, get a file. We'll just go through them all and see what happens. New projects. There you go. That's fine. Alright, so let's go to.
First off, let's see if it reads. Hey! Not if this one reads.
That's a good first step.
So, figured out that it's running rough because cylinder 2 is not firing. We did a compression test. All 4 cylinders are running pretty even 130s across the board, which is kind of low, but not like hateful. They say like the minimum spec would be like 128. So if we're hitting 130, we're right above minimum, which for old motor just getting boosts and just going to be sending it, then that's, you know, that's all right with me. So my next step The plugs don't look too bad, but I'm guessing the intake manifold's coming back off, and we're going to recheck the connector for the fuel injectors. So that's that. That's where we are now. I ordered food. That should be here any minute. And hopefully make some more progress. Won't get too much done tonight, but we should be back tomorrow morning, you know, bright and early. By bright and early, I mean like 12 o'clock when they wake up, and making some more progress on the actual turbo. So that's it for tonight. Still got a misfire, trying to figure out what's going on with that. And also there is a coolant leak. Got to find out what's going on with that before the turbo gets installed.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
Something.
It's going to be a long process. I was hoping to get it done in a weekend, but it's going to be longer than a weekend. So might not make the Matsuri event, but if not, I'll at least go to watch and get some more footage. So
I'm not sure I'm going to make that event at this point. For real. But, you know, Miata's got the engine out of it, and the red car's got a bad turbo. So, and it's not even tuned either. So tunes are a big deal on your turbo. For sure.
If you did make that event, would you take the red car, or would you?
I'd take whichever one was ready first. I don't care. They're both my cars. And they're both going to be awesome.
Wish my car was awesome.
It takes a long time. I've been building that car for like a year and a half.
I've been building this car for like 2 weekends now. Actually 3.
Thanks for coming over. See you tomorrow.
Yep, we'll be back bright and early to hopefully figure some shit out. So that's it for tonight. All right, it's day 2 of the weekend. About to head to the house to work on the car. First step once we get there is going to be to move the car, jack it up, and check timing. So got a long day ahead. Time to get started. All right, so we're here. Made it to back to Thomas's place, aka the Fast and the Furious house. Car is already jacked up, pretty darn high, which is good. I'm about to start tearing this down a little bit again, because Thomas suggested we recheck timing, which I think is a good idea as well. So valve cover comes off, take this intake pipe out the way, maybe this upper coolant line. We will see if we need to or not. And then the both belts comes off so that we can get the harmonic balancer off. That way we can see the bottom timing mark, and then we can see the timing marks up top. It's probably going to be off a tooth or so, or something like that, and hopefully not. But if it is, then we're going to take some of these plastic shields off in order to pull the belt off and twist everything into place and get it back on there. Shouldn't be too big a deal knocking that out. So timing was off decently.
Yeah.
But we got it all timed right now. Taking the exhaust lined up within half a tube, which is the best we're going to get, and the crank one is lined up perfectly. So now when we start, it should run a lot better. Got a new head gasket that I had picked up today from Pet Boys, so hopefully no more valve cover leak when we put it back together, and hopefully valve cover doesn't have to come back off ever. And they're about to install BCRs and coilovers on that thing for their buddy Justin while I finish putting this back together. Alright, so quick update. We fixed the timing. It's running a lot better. It's running a lot better on the stock ECU as well than Mega Squirt, meaning the Mega Squirt tune isn't as good yet, at least. I need to get it tuned eventually anyway. But yeah, that's fine. So now we're pulling the header off, putting the turbo on. We're gonna do the motor mounts. And we're probably gonna run it, open turbo for now. So not actually making boost or nothing, just so I can keep on driving it.
You also could, if you hook up the intercooler, drive it, but just making sure that you never get over like 1 pound. Which even at just like 0 or like 1 pound, these things feel peppy as shit.
Sheesh. Well, we'll see. We gotta make some progress and then go from there.
Yeah, one step at a time. We dove in a little prematurely on the preparation on this one.
Yep.
But that's okay.
She getting there.
It'll get there. It's running, driving NA, that is what I wanted to see first. I didn't want to start throwing more problems and complicating shit until we got this thing to actually run a little better, which now I think we're good. Make a little noise up top, but hopefully Jarrell will get that one figured out.
Oh yeah.
And you know, spacing, blah blah blah, turbo things, etc.
Cool. So put the camera down so I can start wrenching. Time skip.
Back on the back. I think that might be my vibration.
The wheels?
Yeah, because I don't remember ever having that issue. I mean,
try it. I mean, definitely. If those aren't balanced, that absolutely could be it. It's right around 40 mile an hour or so, it feels like. That's, you know.
I'm gonna throw them on. I'll probably have to take a test drive route now before you guys get back. You're going to get a tap?
Yeah, no, we're going to go get a fitting for his oil drain.
All right.
But if you wanted, when you get your car back together, if you want to run out on the highway and see how she does against the 6.0.
So we're on our way to Lowe's to get some fittings. Well, a fitting for my oil drain. We're riding around in the LS Swap BMW.
Yeah, buddy.
LS Swap the world.
It made 330 horsepower and 340 foot-pounds of torque. Or was it 320, 330? I think it was 330, 340, but I can't remember. But the exhaust on this is just real restrictive.
Right.
I got a whole build series on this car. It's like 27 videos. You can see every in and out of how I put this thing together. And it'll be for sale soon. Probably, you know, as soon as I get all my other cars together and I can put the reinforcements into this thing, it'll be for sale.
So you would have to do the same thing to this car that you did to your Miata, right? With the exhaust? You had to open up the headers, bigger headers?
Nah, because this is stock power. It's fine.
Okay.
My Miata's pushing like 500 with nitrous and shit, so a little bit of a difference. Also, I don't know if you noticed the air conditioning works. I just turned it off though.
Dang!
Yeah, boy, AC. Oh shit, what's this?
So now we're at the scary part. Trying to drill and tap the oil pan. Thomas has been trying to use this drill bit, but it's pretty dull. It's not really working out well. So he might end up just having to use this thing and drilling it out until it gets good enough. But so far it ain't too bad. Other than that, I patched my power steering line. Austin nicked it. Okay, yeah. So where those two hose clamps are, I just put a rubber line, or you know, just put a regular hose over top of where it was nicked and clamped it down real good. So gotta put the hoses back on and fill up power steering fluid. And that should be that. Well, there it is. Thomas did a damn good job. Drilled it, tapped it, and we got some Teflon tape around there. We're about to put some JB weld around it for extra security. And that's that. Luckily for me, the fitting just uses a regular hose with a clamp rather than the AN fittings. Because the one that came with the kit was like a sandwich style, where you got to get on the inside and put a nut on the inside. So we went to Lowe's, got this. This should work wonders. I just got to go do the feed side. I got a sandwich plate to put it over where the oil filter goes, and that's where the feed line will come up and for the turbo feeds it. So after we get this situated, we're going to go ahead and knock the motor mounts out. We are modifying the motor mount. So here's the mounting hole for the motor mount, and then it comes down and mounts down here. So it's really cutting out a hole for this thing to fit. And you'll see it once I put it together. So that's it. Had to shave some material off the motor mount. Motor mounts are definitely over engineered, so we're not worried about them failing at all. But that's how it. This should fit perfect like a glove, but I have to replace that line. That means I'm gonna have to pull the motor mount to do it. Whew. All right, that was the biggest deal. So now that's knocked out, continue to get the ball rolling. Next, I'm going to do the sandwich plate for the oil feed. After that, I'll mount the manifold and get the exhaust side hooked up. So that's that. That shouldn't be too bad. Doing the sandwich plate. Oil filters up there. It's gonna be a tight reach, but it is what it is. Ain't that bad. All right, so we're done for the day. The sandwich plate that I have is missing the insert to make the threads longer so everything can fit. So I ordered a new one. The hose we have on here for the return line is too short, so we're going to get another hose, connect them together, make that work, and then also we're going to pull the turbo back off and bend the pipe back just a little bit in order to get a little more clearance between that and the heater hose, or actually it's the lower radiator hose. Let's see if I can zoom in. See, there's about 2 credit cards worth of clearance between those. So I'm gonna try to bend it. I also have header wrap. I'm gonna wrap the header, or the manifold, along with that lower hose. Hopefully that holds up. But for now, we are done. Slowly but surely, we are getting there, and it does feel good making all of this progress.
Hey guys.
Work on that truck.
Oh, I'm doing it.
Ain't even doing nothing. You're just looking at stuff down there. What are you doing, oil change?
Yeah. Long overdue. I'm at 4,000 miles already.
I do it every 2,000 RX-8.
Do you really?
Yeah. Just one of those rotary things.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, believe me.
Oh, I can't wait for this Miata to be done. It's getting close.
Yeah, it's coming along great, man. I'm excited about it.
Me too.
You're gonna be ripping and gripping.
And I just gotta get home and try to figure out how to adjust the lifters.
Really?
Yeah, bad lifter noise. I replaced them, but they're like solid and they're like shims, I guess.
Interesting.
So I gotta figure out what's going on with that. Maybe I'll put the stock ones back in, or figure out if they're adjustable or what.
What was up with your
It was way out of time.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. I did timing belt, and it looked good when we did it.
Oh, shit.
So we redid it today, and now it's running a lot better.
Gotcha.
So that's it for today. I'll be back once the sandwich plate, the new one, comes in. It was only about $30. We can get some more stuff hooked up. That's it for part 2 of the Miata build. Pretty good weekend. No complaints.